Our series begins with Gina, a girl who is famous at school for her beauty and talent, which makes all the boys admire her. Gina is also training at a company because she dreams of becoming a famous idol. She's known for always being humble and helping people who get bullied. Then we move to our hero, whose name is Shungo, and who also admires Gina and has been watching her for a long time. When his friend walks in on him and sees that, he advises him to stop watching her because she supposedly already has a boyfriend and because they basically come from two different worlds. She's famous and loved, while our hero is unknown to almost everyone. We then go back to Gina. When her boyfriend comes to talk to her, she looks at him indifferently. He tells her they're in public and takes her aside to talk. Coincidentally, our hero is in the same place and sees them together. He keeps thinking about what his friend said, that they're really different and that there's no hope they could ever be together. We find out that Gina's relationship with her boyfriend, whose name is Tak, is actually very bad. This is shown when he tries to apologize for missing her birthday party, but our heroine keeps giving him the cold shoulder and tells him she wants to break up with him. He refuses and says he won't leave her without a reason. She tells him she has many reasons, but gives him just one to spare him. She no longer has feelings for him and now has a new boyfriend. He laughs at her and asks who would be unlucky enough to date her. Gina gets nervous and looks around until she finds a random guy's photo, points to it, and says that's her new boyfriend. When he looks at the photo, he realizes it's our hero. Tak isn't worried because he knows she's lying, and to make sure, he tells her to introduce him to this guy, and then he'll accept the breakup. Gina agrees and says she'll introduce them tomorrow. After he leaves, she realizes the disaster she just created and asks her friend to help her look for our hero. They run into the hero's friend, who panics, thinking something bad happened, and goes to apologize to Gina's friend, trying to fix things. But then Gina's friends call her and tell her they found the friend of the guy she's looking for. The hero's friend runs away quickly and goes to warn the hero, asking what he did to make Gina look for him. The hero is surprised that Gina is looking for him, but his friend tells him it's not the time to be surprised. Gina is waiting for him on the school rooftop. Our hero rushes up, curious about what's going on and why she wants him. When he arrives, he finds Gina in front of him, asking him to be her boyfriend. He's shocked when she notices his face changing colors. She tells him she knows she's pretty and deserves better than him. But she's humble and chooses the weakest of God's creatures, meaning him. He tells her to stop mocking him and says she already has a boyfriend. She tells him she broke up with him. He asks if she broke up because she likes him, and she replies that she only found out he exists yesterday and that he should wake up. This is serious. He asks why she wants to date him if she doesn't love him. She tells him not to think of it as real dating, just an offer for a limited time. Our hero refuses, which shocks Gina because it's the first time in her life someone has said no to her. She goes to her friends and tells them, amazed, that he said no. They ask her what she'll do about Tak, whom she promised to introduce to her new boyfriend tomorrow. She says she doesn't know what to do and is scared she'll be exposed as a liar and might be forced to go back to Tak. We go back to our hero, who tells his friend about Gina's offer and how he rejected her. His friend is shocked and can't believe he rejected the love of his life. Suddenly, Tak appears and mocks the hero and his friend, saying he's sure the hero isn't Gina's boyfriend because she was lying. He leaves. Meanwhile, Gina keeps thinking about Sungho rejecting her and feels upset, like the whole world is against her. Then Tak shows up and asks if she's going to introduce him to her new boyfriend today or if she's backing out. She says she definitely will and has nothing to hide. He tells her fine. He'll wait for her after school and she should bring her boyfriend. Gina decides she has no choice but to go and drag the hero there by force, but he tells her no matter what she does, he won't date her. She says this time she'll tell him the real reason and explains why she broke up with Tak. He sympathizes with her and decides to help her and sacrifice himself by dating her. She tells him one of the conditions is that he can't fall in love with another girl during this period. He agrees but says he also has conditions. He wants to call her by her name and walk her home after school. He's happy that he'll finally be dating her. She agrees but reminds him their relationship isn't real, which upsets him and makes him remember his mother before she died and how she advised him to always be honest. When Gina asks him to sign the contract, he hesitates, but she tells him to think about it and leaves the contract with him. His friend comes and tries to convince him, telling him it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Gina goes to the place where Tak is waiting and finds him alone. He asks where her new boyfriend is and says it looks like they're getting back together. A minute passes and no one shows up, so Tak takes the opportunity and asks her to get back with him, promising he won't hurt her again. Gina loses hope until she sees Songho arrive and announce that he's Gina's boyfriend. It turns out he signed the contract. Gina is happy, takes him, and leaves, while Tak is shocked that she really got into a relationship. When our hero goes home, his dad finds out he's in a relationship and asks how he manages to make all women fall in love with him, asking for advice. His dad then asks why he suddenly wants to know about dating and women. Our hero tells him he's a decent guy too and decided to get into a relationship. His dad says, "Listen, son, here's the secret. The first way to a girl's heart is her stomach. Take her to restaurants and buy her the food she loves." When our hero goes to lunch, he notices she didn't bring much food, so he follows his father's advice and buys her food. When Gina sees it, she's happy with his care and smiles at him, which makes our hero very happy that he made her smile, even with something small. He decides to wait for her after school so they can go home together. But when she sees him, she tells him she won't go home with him and refuses to walk together. He remembers his father's words that women don't like clingy men, and that if a man leaves her alone, she'll eventually come back. So he lets her walk alone, and when she does, Gina runs into her ex-boyfriend face to face. So she runs back and asks him to walk her home, and our hero is shocked when he sees her again and realizes his father was right, completely right. The heroine decides to take him to a restaurant so she can get to know him better, because she's afraid her boyfriend might already doubt that their relationship is fake. There, she discovers they have many things in common. When she finds out he has to leave because he has training, he asks if he can pick her up after she finishes, so he can walk her home. She tells him she'll be late, but he says he doesn't mind and will wait. And when her training actually ends, she finds him really waiting for her, and he walks her home. She asks for his number, he says goodbye, and leaves. And it turns out someone is watching them. Gina goes out with her friends and keeps calling the hero, telling him she's at a nearby cafe and asking him to come. As soon as he gets the messages, he rushes there and brings his friend with him. His friend starts acting strangely, which annoys Gina's friend, whose name is Hana, who already can't stand the hero and keeps insisting they leave. Gina gets bored too and says they should go. Here the hero steps in, telling them there's a place nearby that sells really good food and asks them to come with him. His friend gets kicked out because this is their secret place, and he can't take Gina there. Gina's happy that he shared a special place with her. When they go there and try the food, they love it. Gina's friend also starts to like the hero's friend, and it looks like there might be something between them soon. When Gina tastes the food, she really likes it, so the hero suggests they play games too. Gina plays and has a great time. She asks him to take pictures together. When they realize he's going home, she says she'll walk him this time, and she walks him to his house. When he says he'll walk her too, she tells him she's been walking alone for 18 years anyway. He takes off his jacket and gives it to her to wear since he won't walk her home, and the weather is cold. The heroine is surprised by his behavior, but at the same time touched. Tak sees the heroine and even takes a picture of her while a song is beside her, which upsets him. We go to the heroine who decides to return the jacket to our hero. At the same time, she sees her ex-boyfriend bullying him, but she arrives in time, sees them, and warns Tak not to her boyfriend or think about hurting him. She tells him that if he does anything to upset him again, she's ready to. Tak says he already doubts their relationship and that he'll prove it his own way. She tells him she won't go back to him to make that clear, then goes to Song and feeds him raisins, shocking our hero with what she did, but confirming to her ex that they're really together. We go to our hero who gets upset because the heroine didn't stick to their rules. He calls her stupid and an idiot, leaves her, and walks away. Her friends come and criticize her too, saying what she did was wrong. She tells them that this was the only solution, even if it wasn't real. We go to the pig talk, who is furious about what happened and shows that he's not a good person at all. He decides he must get Gina back and tries to do anything to make her like him again, but the heroine isn't interested and doesn't give him any attention. We go to our hero song with his friend. While they're handing things out to students, Gina asks them to go eat together, but Song keeps ignoring her, upset because of what she did, and refuses. He keeps avoiding her. When our hero returns alone to class, he meets Hana, the heroine's friend, who isn't okay at all and looks exhausted. When he asks her, she tells him she hasn't eaten for 3 days to lose weight. He encourages her and tells her she must eat something so she doesn't harm herself, but she ignores his advice and won't accept it no matter what he does. We go to Gina, who goes to Song's friend and begs him, saying, "Please, I want any way for Song to love me again." He encourages her, even though he's upset. The heroine wonders why Song accepted her offer before. His friend tells her the truth and reveals that Song had fallen in love with her before she even knew him, and only did that to be close to her. The heroine is shocked when she finds out that Song loved her for a long time. We go to Song, who is sitting with Hana. When he hands her water because he's worried she'll get dehydrated, she decides to take it from him, and he realizes that he admires her willpower and that she's holding on for the sake of her dream. And he encourages her. She tells him people think she's strange because she refuses to eat and drink to become a famous idol. He tells her she's wonderful in his eyes, but asks her to eat something, even if it doesn't make her gain weight. She listens to him and encourages him too, because she knows he's only pretending to be Gina's boyfriend and doesn't have feelings for her, though it looks like she might be starting to like him. After that, Gina goes to Song and argues that he also broke the contract because he loved her and didn't tell her. He tells her he didn't break the contract and that his feelings are real. She asks if he loved her, and he says he's liked her since he first heard her sing. She apologizes for breaking the contract, and he forgives her. They make up. Gina then goes to the lab to measure her heartbeat, and as soon as she sees Song in front of her, her heart starts racing, showing that she's attracted to him. We go back to Tak, who's furious at the heroine and her behavior. His friends reassure him and tell him everything will be fine. We come to Gina at the training hall with her friends, and Hana the trainer starts talking to her. She tells her she's not doing well, but then starts praising Gina, saying how talented she is and how good she is, and jealousy shows on her face. The next day at school, Seung gives Gina a gift to celebrate their relationship. Gina really likes it, and her admiration for him grows even more. She goes to show her friends the gift, and Tak sees her looking even more jealous. He remembers when they were together and how she always gave him gifts, but he never cared, and it becomes clear he still likes her and regrets his behavior. When Gina goes to put her gift in her locker, she finds a photo of herself and a message from someone telling her they'll be together very soon, but she doesn't care and goes to meet Seung. Our hero is shocked when he sees how much Gina cares about him and defends him when her friends try to tease him. When Hana asks permission to attend a famous singer's concert, Seung turns out to know that singer too and is a huge fan. He keeps talking about her, which makes Gina upset and jealous. Seung and his friend excuse themselves to leave. Gina takes the chance to ask her friend about the singer and wonders how her friends suddenly started accepting Seung. Her friend tells her she realized he's a good person, so she decided to accept him. Gina asks Hana if she likes Seung, but Hana denies it and says they're just pretending and that her whole relationship is fake. Hana seems happy, as if she's the one who's falling for him. On her way to class, she runs into Tak, who asks her for something. We return to Gina, telling Seung she can't have lunch with him because the company needs her, but she invites him to lunch at her house after she's done. She also asks him to go with her to the singer's concert, and he agrees and goes with her. When it ends, he's shocked to see Gina with her ex-boyfriend. We learn that Hana asked Gina to meet an important person at the company's restaurant, and when Gina arrived, she was shocked to find it was her ex, who asked her to sit and talk. She refused at first and told him there was nothing between them, but he begged her, so she finally agreed. Suddenly, he brings out many gifts and tells her he'll make up for the days he didn't give her any. She tells him she never cared about gifts and just wanted him by her side. In the middle of their conversation, Seung arrives and sees them together and looks jealous. He asks her if this is the important thing that stopped her from coming with him. Gets upset and walks away. Gina runs after him and asks why he was with Hana. He tells her they were at their favorite singer's concert. She tells him she didn't know she'd meet her ex, and that Hana was the one who asked her to sit with him. She gets jealous too and storms off,